Hello, Super Kindergarten. It's Miss Rice here, checking in with you for writing. Today is Wednesday, 11/11. How about that? That's called a palindrome, 11/11. So it is the 11th month, which is November, and the 11th day. So it is November the 11th. So let's get ready for some writing today. So you guys know the drill. Let's go ahead and echo me doing our learning outcome. It says, I am learning to write a narrative. Oh, yes. So I believe the other day we checked our success criteria to figure out what a narrative was. And it says, I know I'm successful when I can write about an event in my life. So, if you think that narrative means something about an event in your life, a story about you, guess what? You are right on. Absolutely. So, let's get ready to work on those narratives. Oh, do you remember this? Yep, this is the third day we've seen this. So, you guys should be experts at this. We're talking about a personal narrative. So, personal. If you can pause the video, tell the person that's beside of you or maybe an adult, what does the word personal and what does the word narrative mean? All right, so I'm glad you took a time to pause the video. Personal, if you said personal means about you, you're exactly right. And if you said narrative is a story with events told in order about you, you're exactly right. So, a personal narrative is a story with events told in order about you. So, this is the time where you get to tell all of those stories about your life, from your life, but with a beginning, middle, and end. But the big thing that's so important about a personal narrative is that we zoom in on a small moment, but we stretch it out. Can you guys do that with me? We zoom in and we stretch it out. Let's try that one more time. We zoom in and we stretch it out. So, we're thinking about one particular time where you can zoom in on a very small moment, but then stretch it out. And we stretch it out by using our five senses. I remember the other day we read a book called Owl Moon. Yeah, I think some of us remember that. We read that book about Owl Moon when the character wanted to go owling with their father. And I remember this character had a lot of sensory details, some things that they saw, some things that they heard, some things that they smelled, some things that they even felt. Okay? And then also, I know that that character was very happy because of the words that they used when talking about going owling. So we want you to do those same things for your personal narrative. Give some sensory details. Talk about some things you heard, you saw, you smelled, you touched, you tasted, but even why you felt that way. Were you happy? Were you sad? Were you upset? Was this exciting? Were you nervous? So, talking about that special event from your life using those terms. So, friends, we're going to go on into this. So, you have had some time to talk about a special event in your life. And remember, this is how we're going to be checking to see if you have everything in there for a personal narrative. Did you show who was there? Mhm. Did you show where you were? Did you show what you did? Did you show how you felt? And then did you do some labeling? Mm, that's the big thing that we're going to be working on today is labeling. Okay? So when we're talking about adding labels, we're talking about stretching out some words. We're talking about looking at a particular picture and then maybe even just finding the beginning sound of that word or maybe just having a few letters from that word. So if you remember the other day, I had a pumpkin. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to spend some time really quick and I'm just going to draw my pumpkin. And if you remember the other day, friends, I told you my drawing is not the greatest. And that's okay. That's okay. So remember, I had like a little pumpkin. And I think I'm going to change that to I just think I'm going to change that to a different color here. So I'm going to change that to an orange. Yeah. And I'm going to change the stem to, I think I'm actually going to do that green. What do you guys think about that? Yeah, I think I'm going to do that green. If I can do that really quick. Yeah. And I'm going to make that a little bit heavier there. And then I'm going to change that color to a green. There we go. So there is my pumpkin. I may even give it a few lines here. So let's see here. I know sometimes people see lines that look like that. Let's see. Oops, sorry. So I'm going to do maybe a line there. Let's see if I can do a line here. Yeah. And I might do a line there. Yeah. Sometimes I see pumpkins with lines on them. Yeah. Something like that. You kind of get the gist of that. But I don't want to leave that word pumpkin out. I want to give it a label because somebody might look at that and be like, is that an apple or is that a pumpkin? So I'm going to think pumpkin. What sound do I hear at the beginning of pumpkin? Do you think you know? Yeah. I know that the word pumpkin begins with the P. So I'm going to insert a little text box here. And then I'm going to write the word pumpkin. Pump, pum, 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 pumpkin, pumpkin. If I'm not for sure about that, that's okay. Guys, we're kindergarten. It's okay. But if there are some of us that do know that, that's okay as well. So I know pumpkin is actually spelled Pumpkin. I have added that label to my drawing. So the person that's going to be reading my article, reading my personal narrative that I'm going to be talking about, guess what? I'm going to be talking about that pumpkin patch. Okay. I'm also going to be thinking about who was there with me. I know that I had my little boy and my little girl, my kids, my husband was there. So I might use the word that describes all of those things, and I might say family. I think I'm going to put a text box there and I'm going to write the word family. Pause the video if you have an adult or another person sitting beside of you and tell them what sound do you hear at the beginning of the word family. So get your mouth ready for family. Yeah, so if you paused it and you checked with someone that's sitting beside of you, you're exactly right. Family begins with the f sound, which is the letter F. So I'm going to think family. That could be it. That could be it. That's how we would stretch out that word and think about the sounds and how they go together. But I know that the way that we spelled family is this Family. So, just in case you're like, I'm not really for sure about family, I'm not really for sure how to spell my word, you might be okay to just give the beginning sound. Okay? All right. So, today, friends, we had a chance to talk about how we're going to add labels to our words and our pictures, and that all relates to this learning to write a narrative and being successful to write about an event in your life. Happy writing, friends!